Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
What is happening, my friends? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. I am your guy, Arrington Gavin, coming to you on this wonderful evening. This is the show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it is politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. We're diving deep and keeping it real. So do me a favor. Kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. On today's conversation, we are going to talk about male cheerleaders because that happens to be the biggest topic in the world right now, especially in the world of sports. When we talk about toxic masculinity and you incorporate woke, you incorporate change, you incorporate so much stuff when you talk about male cheerleaders. So the reason why I'm going to discuss this, why? Because the Minnesota Vikings has been receiving backlash because they have hired two male cheerleaders to their cheerleading squad, and it's upsetting a lot of folks. Of course, the far right and conservatives are just like, oh, this is ridiculous. See, this is that woke stuff we're talking about. This is not right. This is disgusting, and it's an insult to the sport. Why does everything have to be so political and this and the other? And then you have those who are in support and it's like, what's the big deal? Blase, blase, blase. So I'm gonna share about that later on in the program. In addition to that, we're gonna talk some more sports because my Indianapolis Colts has just announced who will be their starting QB. If you're wondering, am I happy? Hell no, but I'll share who will be starting this upcoming season and so much more here on the program. As I mentioned earlier, thank you so much for taking 1 hour of your time to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. You can be doing so many other things with your precious time, but instead you say, hey, look, let me tune in to see what my boy Arrington is chopping up about. So I appreciate you, my friends. In addition to that, I would even more appreciate it if you can do me a favor, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, subscribe, like, share with the friends, share with family, share with everybody, share with Lottie, Dottie, and everybody about the Arrington Gavin Show. It is growing each and every day, viewership-wise, and as well as subscribers, even on our social media platforms, y'all. We are growing. You can check us out on Instagram, Blue Sky, X, and also Substack. Yeah, subscribe to our Substack page. In addition to that, set aside from our YouTube channel, which is under the same name, the Arrington Gavin Show, you can also stream us on Goatverse TV. That's right, Goatverse TV. If you haven't done so yet, what are you waiting for? Please go to your either your Roku or Amazon TV, Amazon Fire TV, or you can also download it on the App Store or Google Play Store. Again, Goatverse TV. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show on demand from there. You can also listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, whether that's iHeart, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Odyssey. What else? What else are we on? Pandora. Tune in. We're on so many podcast platforms. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. And wait, there's more. You can also check us out on one of our two radio affiliates. Shout out to WBOK 1230 AM out of New Orleans. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about. You can tune in to the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights, Monday through Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Again, that's only on WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about. Then we're going to move it on to the Metro Atlanta region to WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. The Arrington Gavin Show airs Monday through Fridays, weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and move it on to our fun fact of the day. So on today's fun fact, the first the first, because I started talking about male cheerleaders early in the program, the first male cheerleader is widely credited as Glenn Waldell. The reason why, Glenn Waldell joined the Baltimore Colts at the time, cheerleading squad in 1954. At the time, the Colts had a marching band and a co-ed cheer team, making them pioneers. Now, however, in modern day NFL history, two men, Quentin Perron, Quentin Perron, and Napoleon Jennings, made headline in 2018 when they became the first male cheerleaders to perform at the Super Bowl as part of the Los Angeles Rams cheerleading team. All righty, so there's a little bit of history for you all. Look, we're going to head to a commercial break. We got a lot more show for you here on the Arrington Gavin Show, so please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit, and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together, we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs, and we're gonna bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
Alrighty, my friends, welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I want to continue on with the conversation from last show. So towards the end, I was chewing y'all a new one, okay? Because I get sick and tired when I see the way we, members of the culture, spend their money, okay? We're always talking about how we want to encourage legacy building, legacy wealth, smart spending, smart being financially stable, financial literacy, the whole nine yards. We always speak volumes of it in our culture, and we tend to also point fingers of the reason why financial literacy is, we're so behind, which, hey, we have a right to, but at the end of the day, you can't keep on blaming other folks when things you're doing with your money can be looked upon as, I don't know, very stupid. So I mentioned earlier, well, not earlier, I mentioned on the last show, y'all, when it comes to these concert tickets, now I understand seeing, when songs, music moves the world, right? Music can put you in so many moods, whether if it's a very angry mood, a very happy mood, a very uplifting mood, a celebratory mood. Music does so much, right? Especially depending on the name, the messaging in it and stuff, it does a lot. But we tend to almost worship these music artists as like gods. And don't get me wrong, they're highly successful, and I'm fans of a lot of music artists, but it's like I don't go head over heels for them. And what I mean by that is, look, we all know Beyonce is extremely successful and she deserves all the success. Her tickets are extremely expensive. So is Taylor Swift. So is any tickets, regardless. So many concert tickets are crazy expensive. In addition to that, you have different packages set aside. You have general admission, you got VIP, you got backstage access, you got full access, you got this, you got that. And what went viral, y'all, is when folks take pictures with Chris Brown. Chris Brown, who has been mentioned as like our era, our current Michael Jackson, right? Our generation's Michael Jackson. And I don't see it being a bad argument because Chris Brown is highly successful. Now, the amount of awards like MJ, I'm not sure, but he is extremely successful, and his tours always sell out. He's talented as hell. He sings, he dances, he acts. What can he do, right? He also could be a hothead sometime, but God bless him. He's a work in progress. But he charges thousands of dollars. I don't know the specific amount, but he charges thousands of dollars for a backstage like meet and greet photo. And what that in what is included in that is like, a photo theme of your choosing, whether if ladies want him to, hey, grab my booty while you take this picture, look into my eyes while you take this picture, give me a kiss on the cheek while we taking this picture, like, so much stuff. This one chick, she had him remove her like a garter, I think is what it is, when you normally, you see that a lot at weddings when men move the garter from the bride's leg. And she had him removing the garter, and guess how much she paid? $2,000. Now look, I ain't telling y'all how to spend your money. That lady could have been a multimillionaire, right? Who do I know? Who am I to judge? But I guarantee you, everybody that has paid for that ain't all millionaires. Hell, I don't think they thousandaires. Hell, I think they might be back on their rent. They could be. I'm just saying, y'all. I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll even throw this in. So, do y'all know who Dr. Umar is? Have y'all heard him? Okay, for those who are familiar with them, then okay. But those who are unfamiliar with him, let me give you a little background of this guy. So he's a so-called motivational speaker. He's referred himself as the Prince of Pan-Africanism. He also holds a dual citizenship, Ghanaian citizenship. Is really from PA. He holds a bachelor's from Millersville. I don't know why I couldn't get that word. I was struggling. Millersville University of Pennsylvania. Let's see, Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. PSYD. I mean, he's a lot. In my opinion, he's always been he's a talker. He's a controversial talker where folks somehow listens to what he has to say, but he's very unfiltered. He's very controversial with his words. He's pro-black to the core. He's pro-black to the core, but sometimes he gets a little bit too what's the word I'm looking for? He gets a little bit too it's not I can't even think. I'm having a brain fart here. But militant. There we go. Lord have mercy. I couldn't. He gets a little bit too militant. Just to give you a background of Pan-Africanism, so it's an idea that aims to encourage and strengthen the bonds of solidarity between the indigenous peoples and the I cannot talk today, y'all. It's been a long day. Diasporas of African ancestry based on common goal dating back to the Atlantic slave trade, Saharan slave trade, Indian Ocean slave trade, and Red Sea slave trade in the Cape Colony. It's a lot. It's a lot. In two ways. In two ways. Um, for the longest, he's always been promoting. He has this going on. He has that going on. He has this school, this and then the other. And recently, it was shared on social media that he was kind of stretched for cash, right? So what does he do when when you're stretched for cash, especially if you're in the public eye? You have multiple fans that will do whatever you tell them to do. He pleases followers to give him cash, but not for what you might think. Okay, so here's the thing. This is reported by The Root. Says no matter how you feel about the words that come out of his mouth, you can't deny that when Dr. Umar talks, people listen. It's very true. Really, I'll be honest. I don't. I've listened to maybe like like a small handful of times. I'm not a fan. I'll be totally honest. He might share some, he might share the same belief system as like, hey, you care about black people, I care about black people. Absolutely. But there's certain things that he says, I'm just like, okay, you done lost me there. You lost me there completely. Um Says the self-proclaimed, as I mentioned, Prince of Pan-Africanism, who has never shied away from speaking his mind, post on a now viral video alleging that both his personal bank account and the account for his Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy has been frozen. Uh-huh. Because let me tell you something. The longest he's been talking about he had the school. No one knows what this school even looks like. Okay. Okay. Says here he said he discovered the issue with his accounts while responding to a text from a friend asking for financial help. But in an ironic twist of fate, it turns out that he's the one who needs help. And now he's broke. Dr. Umar is asking all of us to contribute to his personal collection plate after the hacking attempt. Once again, y'all, once again, be smart with your finances. Please be smart with your finances. Be smart how you have the right to do whatever you want to do with your money. You have the right to bless others the way you was raised. Because like, look, how I was raised was my folks said, be a blessing to others the way you was blessed. I was raised a very privileged kid, and so that led to me to do community service work. All right, I always had a community service heart. So stuff like that doesn't shine. Now I will say I can be a little hesitant sometime when it's giving money, giving monetary donations, just slightly. I mean, who isn't, right? Because we all don't have, our money's funny, we all don't have money like that grows off trees. We our money, we have steady income that we really need to properly manage. So it's like, look, there's other ways to donate and contribute something to people, right? Resources is always just as valuable as money. Okay, now let me continue this here. This is a quote. He says, "For my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother, I don't know what, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but Queen Mother and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can't get my money back and open up a new account. Please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal." Okay, says here, but while Dr. Umar maintains he has no idea how he'll pay his bills while the bank investigates the fraudulent activity associated with accounts. With accounts. Now, all your accounts got hacked. You tell me all your accounts got hacked. People online who have watched his posts say something just doesn't add up. Now, the Prince of Pan-Africanism trusts colonizers with all his money in cash. No money in an African bank, no credit cards, no family, no friends, nothing to pawn off, no emergency stash, no savings account. Even hacked, he can walk into the bank and extract cash in person. Thank you. Now, this is the sad part. For the longest, this man has built a career of quote unquote being an advocate for the people, for the black people. But this is a prime example of of a fraud. Okay, this person is literally saying, I need this and that, but when you bring all these suggestions, why isn't it? Like, that's my issue. And look, I don't know this gentleman from a can of paint, but it's just, I just can't stand when people take advantage of vulnerable people. We've seen that pastor out in Jersey, what was his Whitehead, I think that was his name. Fraud, right? Fraudulent. He's literally been sentenced to it. It's insulting. It's sad. And there's so many other folks that are doing it. Now, again, folks are questioning, saying, wait a minute. If it's this bad, you only are relying on your followers to donate. I mean, that's why you gotta be careful when it comes to what is this thing? GoFundMe's. GoFundMe's at a time was originated to truly help out those in desperate. Sometimes people create these fake GoFundMe's just to get some. I mean, it is ridiculous. It says here, others joke that his request comes at a terrible time of the month for any black person who might even be thinking about supporting his cause. Dr. Umar, excuse me, someone wrote on TikTok saying, Dr. Umar, you know damn well asking for money from black folks at the end of the month is 80% no, is 80% no. Oh, that is so true. Other persons suggest he go out and try to find a side hustle until his banking issues. I'm telling you, you better see. People are starting to wake up. People are starting to wake up because at the time it was probably cute, and they will say, "Oh, here's some money." They will just throw it. Now, like, nah, B. We got tariffs going on here. We got this second Trump term. No, we are not the ones. We are not the ones that mess with when it comes to money. No, sir. No, sir. This even came across my feed here. So apparently a $500 donation grants you a free lunch at any restaurant with Dr. Umar. What in the actual I'm telling you. The I just, this is just a big headache, y'all. This is just a big headache. Me personally, when it comes to being monetary givers, if the, please research, you know, research the cause of anything that asks for monetary donations, and just read how they pursue you, right? If they just say anything you can donate, we'll be grateful for. This man specifically saying $500 for a free lunch at any restaurant of your choice, for with me, Dr. Umar. Yes, for $500. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. I don't get it how folks can build careers out of this, because remember the late Kevin Samuel. You had Dr. Umar. I mean, they were both equal. There's so many other influencers that are just so open to say whatever's on their mind, but they're a little too honest, and they make money, and they make money off the vulnerable. I mean, I feel like, I personally believe there's no space, there's no place for that. But yet people still entertain it, which is sickening. But yeah, we will continue to follow. We will continue to follow up. I mean, I haven't even seen Umar on the Breakfast Club in some years, because I know he's been kind of a, now I won't say regular, but he's been on there more than twice. What other programs has he been on? I haven't seen him on this stuff, because just he says off the wall stuff. He really does. He says off the wall stuff, and I'm just like, who is this guy? Like, who is this guy? Who is this guy again? And he got this. I mean, anybody can be famous nowadays, y'all, except for me. I don't understand. Anyways, let me move it on from this story. Next up, I want to move it on to sports. Yes. Let's go ahead and move it on to sports. So I don't know if y'all have heard, but let's see, where do I want to shed here too. The NFL has been, well, the NFL and then specifically the Minnesota Vikings have been receiving backlash for bringing in two male cheerleaders. Now, in my mind, I'm like, well, what is wrong with two male cheerleaders? What's the deal, right? Because to my knowledge, wasn't President wasn't former President George Bush a cheerleader? I mean, it's just male cheerleaders exist. Am I right, y'all? Male cheerleaders exist. Hell, let me read you a little bit here. So, male cheerleaders are especially important for stunts, lifts, tosses, which require upper body strength. They're often based in the pyramids and basket tosses, right? They receive you have college powerhouses like University of Kentucky, Alabama, Ohio State, known for having co-ed squads with strong male cheerleaders. We have strong male cheerleaders who helped dominate competitions. You think of, okay, look at the pop culture aspect of male cheerleaders. I remember think of the ultimate cheerleading movie just by off the top of the dome. You Got It, Bring It On, the first one. And Bring It On, they had male cheerleaders, right? At some points, male cheerleaders had it going on because they had they were firsthand with the hot ladies and all that other stuff. Now it's all of a sudden not right. Oh, but it got to be more to it. It got to be more to it. Well, check this out. So, former college football coach turned politician Tommy Tuberville, who was a U.S. senator out of, where is he out of? He is out of Alabama. Had some words to share about the whole male cheerleaders playing for the Minnesota Vikings. So let me go ahead and pull up this clip for you all.
I'd like to ask the ownership of the NFL and the commissioner, what the hell are you doing? If you're going to be woke and you're going to try to take the men out of men's sports, is what they're doing. They're trying to take gender and say, okay, we're going to make it more about gender than we are about masculinity. Then you're going to have a huge problem. It's coming. And again, you can see Minnesota doing it. You know, they're one of the blue states. We've lost them. You know, they're more about socialism and all the things that go on with that. And it's about, 150 genders. But at the end of the day, I hope to God it doesn't come south.
So, I mean, did you when politicians get so paranoid, it's really comical to me. They're just going woke. They taking men out of men's sports, and they're just so woke. In Minnesota, that's a blue state. They got like 150. I mean, Tommy, sir, it's so interesting because if you care about the sport, then watch the sport. You don't gotta watch the cheerleaders. You honestly, I'll be honest. When I'm at a live football game or if I'm watching on TV, do you know how many times they actually show or that I even noticed that they have cheerleaders there? Like, you don't. So if you're literally that person to say, I'm leaving this game, I'm switching teams because they have the so if you're only there for the cheerleaders, then like that's a dumb reason to say I'm a football fan just because of I want to see hot chicks. That's what I want to see the cheerleaders dance. That's all. I don't want to watch the game. I just see cheerleaders. Creep. Now they like the first thing you're gonna notice is, oh my gosh, are those two males? Oh, I gotta leave. This. This is a disgrace, y'all. Here's my frustration. Folks do not. They have such a big issue with change. They have a big issue with the time. See, I've mentioned this times and times again. One side of the aisle has no backbone. The other side has no empathy. Why they don't have any empathy? Because all they care about is themselves, and that's it. When it comes to someone's thoughts and feelings, which is important, because if you want to advocate and support mental health, what can cause mental health is not feeling accepted, and that's exactly what you're promoting here, Senator Tommy Tuberville. That's exactly what you're doing. Now let me go ahead and share another sound clip of one of the former I think one of the former Rams cheerleaders having conversation with where is it here it is right here. So was recently on CNN, and just to they wanted to get his sense, because he was one of the he was in the exact same position, and they wanted to get his thoughts on the backlash that Minnesota's facing, and hopefully provide some knowledge of encouragement and all that good stuff.
Erupted last week when the Vikings posted a video announcing this year's cheer squad. You can see in the video Blaze Sheik and Louis Kahn, both making the team for the first time this year. Since the team's announcement, the two men have faced a ton of hateful comments on social media, including anti-gay slurs.
These are high talented athletes. We've trained our entire lives. We get put through the ringer through auditions and re-audition every year. So, I mean, if you can't appreciate the entertainment, the athleticism, how easy we make it look somewhere else. And if you're leaving your team because of a dance program or a cheer program, I don't think you're a true fan of the franchise or your team anyways. So
what was the experience like for you being one of the NFL's first male cheerleaders and going on the road? Because LA may be a fairly tolerant place, but I imagine you're going to a lot of places where folks may not be quite as welcoming of male cheerleaders. Did you ever see any anger in the crowds that you were in front of?
Yes, preseason was quite intense for us, but we have a zero tolerance on hate and hate speech, so a lot of people were removed instantly. The Rams were very great and taking care of us, very communicative. They also took the same risk as the Minnesota Vikings with knowing they possibly might lose season members for the year, and they didn't care because they know the worth they put behind their cheerleaders and how they stand behind us, and also how the organization, what they actually represent in the community. So it's interesting if you're looking at a team of 20 women or 30 women and there's one guy, all you can concentrate is on the guy. So, I mean, you're not forced to look that way. You can look elsewhere, in my opinion.
Backlash.
No, what that is, he made he made perfect sense. All these women, and you gon' just look at this one guy. Sir, maybe it's you, the one that you can't get your eyes off of me. That's what I mean. I don't understand, and nor like I don't get it, y'all. I really don't get it. I really like explain to me what the I don't. I really don't. Let me read you this here. While many fans may be seeing male cheerleaders for the first time at Minnesota, male cheerleaders have been part of a previous Vikings team and has long been associated with collegiate and professional cheerleading. And see, that's the thing. For so long, male cheerleaders have existed, but is it the fact that there's male cheerleaders that are acting differently compared to what you're used to? Because as I mentioned earlier, you had male cheerleaders that were doing lifts and this and that, and they were usually more like the muscle to the squad. They were still the rough and tough, but they were chilly. The attire was different. Now you see the NFL, they have male cheerleaders that are dancing along with the cheerleaders, has their pom pom, all that good stuff. It's like, oh, they're trying to demasculize. No, they're not. No, they're not. You forget you live in America. There's so many different, unique individuals in our society. If you don't like it, then you don't have to look at it. They're not saying you have to participate. No, it's a part of your entertainment. It's a part of your entertainment. You spaz out off of one individual or two individual out of damn near 30 cheerleaders is wild to me. It really is. And you would leave. I mean, look at how many people wanted to leave by just seeing Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. So many people wanted to, y'all, folks go ham because they just can't accept reality. And that's the sad part. Folks cannot accept change or accept reality. Let's see, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to be back with some more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Do not go anywhere. We have a lot more show for you.
CHEERLEADERS Learning Institute, LLC, is a hybrid learning center that strives to educate adults and children in all fields. During the day, we offer programs that are focused on developing students from pre-K to 12th grade, which includes tutoring, homeschool co-op, an after-school program, SAT, ACT prep, and many more engaging academic programs. Our adult education programs include workforce trainings, GED prep, life coaching, various seminars, and many more. Our vision is to train and educate in a positive way that will lead to a positive change in the world, one person at a time. For more information, visit us online at CHEERLEADERsinstitute.com or call us at 757-208-7407.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up. Yeah, this that new Goat Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of the app he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
Let me tell you something most people get wrong about suits. A suit isn't just about you wearing it. It's how you show the world who you are. It's your handshake before you say a word, your presence when you step into any room. That's why we design statements at Dapper Luke. We don't just make suits. We'll start with the fabrics that tell your story, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends sourced from the finest mills in Italy, the UK, and India. Then we'll combine that with your vision, your personality, and your style. Every detail is tailored to you, from the fit to the finish. Whether for your wedding, a gala, the boardroom, we specialize in creating custom suits that are unique, just like the men who wear them. We spent years perfecting this craft, apprenticing under designers in New York and showcasing collections in New York and for Baltimore Fashion Week. None of that matters as much as seeing the look on your face when you try on your custom suit. Over 900 clients have already trusted us to deliver the best custom suits. They trust me to deliver the confidence. We proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore and would be honored to bring your vision to life next. Let's create something unforgettable. Book your free consultation today at www.dapperluke.com.
What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. I'm over here checking out Daniel Jones stats because that's going to be our next topic here. I want to talk about my Indianapolis Colts real quick. I want to stay in the sports realm right now. So recently, my Indianapolis Colts, and yes, I am an Indianapolis Colts. No, am I from Indiana? No. Have I ever been to Indiana? No. Then Arrington, how the hell did you become an Indianapolis Colts? Look, there was a period where it was a squad that just caught my attention. It was the Indianapolis Colts. You had, you had Peyton Manning, you had Ezrian James. Even prior to that, you had Marshall Faulk, you had Tony Dungy leading the way. You had, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. You had Bob Sanders leading the defense. Dwight Freeney, Robert Meth. We had a squad. Dallas Clark at the tight end. Like, we had a squad. Anthony Gonzalez, who then went on to become, I think, a congressman out of Ohio. We had a squad. So I'm a diehard Indy fan. But Indy has not been the same really in some years, because Peyton Manning's last year I'll say the last couple of years it was on the standstill due to injury. He was getting up there in age. He ended up leaving the Indianapolis Colts after a few rough seasons, or after a couple rough seasons, and he ended up going with Denver Broncos. And what does he do? Oh yeah, he wins a freaking Super Bowl championship with them. First of all, he took him to two. Did he take him to two? I feel like he took him to two. No, I'm sorry. He took him to one and ended up winning that Super Bowl. So, which I was so happy. I was so happy because Peyton truly deserved to have, if not, the same or more rings than Eli. Nothing against Eli, but Eli, you are not a better quarterback. You're not a better quarterback than your brother. You're a great quarterback, but you're not better than your brother. Now, Eli lucked up and won 2 Super Bowls, and it's funny because he beat the freaking New England Patriots, who was a powerhouse squad at that time. But anyway, I go back to my Indianapolis Colts because they recently announced that Daniel Jones will be named the starter over Anthony Richardson. Now, I have a bone to pick with the Indianapolis Colts, but let me first share a clip of the Indianapolis Colts head coach Mr. Shane Steichen, what he had to say in regards to the whole starting position and what to expect in the upcoming season. So let me go ahead and share you that, and then I'll share my 2 cents on this.
All right, I'll start off by letting everyone know that Daniel Jones will be our starting quarterback this season. Look, he's our starting quarterback for the season. I don't want to have a quick leash on that. I feel confident in his abilities. All right, I'll start off by All
right, so that was really quick. He really quick. It's funny because I feel like I heard somebody in the background say, "Wow." Like I thought I heard somebody in the background say, "Wow." Let me give you his career stats. So Daniel Jones, and he's still a young guy. He's 28 years old, out of Duke, right? First round pick. Drafted in 2019, played for the New York Giants from 2019 to 2024, did 1 year or half a season with the Minnesota Vikings. Now, from 2019 to currently, he has career stats with, 14,582 passing yards. Okay. A passing rating of 84.3. Not bad. Completion percentage, though. The completion percentage is a bit rough. 64%, 64.1%. It's not good. It's not good in my opinion. Out of it, he has more attempts than he does completions with his passing. 70 touchdowns, 47 interceptions. 47 interceptions. All right. Says here in 2022, Jones' 4th season with the Giants made their first playoffs since 2016. Okay, won their first postseason game since 2011, which raised them pretty solid. In the following offseason, he signed a 4-year, $160 million extension with the team. Then after that, they benched him midway in 2024 and was subsequently released after 6 seasons with the Giants. He then joined the Minnesota Vikings in 2024. Following a season in Minnesota, Jones signed just a 1-year deal with the Indianapolis Colts. Now, see, there's either 2 things when you sign 1-year deals. You're either super old, like Russell Wilson, or you are just a a journeyman backup, and you sign these 1 year deals, because nothing's guaranteed. If I could, let me see how well he did in a season. Let me look at some of his just single season stats for a quick second, because I'm going somewhere with this here. So last season, 2024, he started in 10 games. Overall record was 2-8. Completions was 216. Attempts were 341. 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 7. Season before that, he started in 6 games, played in 6 games. 1-5. He had a 1-5 record under him. Let's look at those completions. Oh, would you look at there? Had less completions than attempts. Once again, 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I'm looking at these stats and I'm trying to figure out, okay, he's a 6'5", 220, former first round, 28 years old. You might look at him as somewhat of a veteran, okay? Now when I bring up Anthony Richardson, former Florida Gators QB, 23 years old, still very young. He ended up playing a lot during his rookie season. I know he got hurt last season. 6'4", 244, big body. First round, 4th overall pick. So a slight, a pick higher than Daniel Jones. Okay. Drafted in 2023. Let's see here. Ooh. Completion percentage 50.6%. Not good. So obviously Daniel Jones is winning him on the completion numbers. Completions way less than attempts. He had 348 attempts, completed 176. Passing yardage, not too bad. Touchdowns 11 and 13. Passing rating 67.8, which I believe Daniel Jones' passing rating was around 80 something, 83, 84. So I see the comparison, but I will say this. I actually was rooting for Anthony Richardson. He's an athlete. He is an athlete. He already had, in his career, he has 10 rushing touchdowns alone. He is an athlete. Now, it says here Jones joined the job over incumbent starter Anthony Richardson. The 2023 NFL draft, 4th overall pick, who didn't demonstrate enough improvement or development progress during their preseason battle to hold on to the starting role. Instead, the former Giants' first round selection in 2025 all-season edition, Jones will lead the Colts offense for the first time in his NFL career. Now, head coach has said, hey, he's our starting quarterback this season. I don't want to have a short leash on that. On the field, the competition between the two was largely too close to call, but not because both excelled. Throughout Colts training camps, as here Jones nor Richardson was able to separate from their other with his practice performance. And while Jones and Richardson each improved from the first week of the preseason, it seems as Stenchen was ultimately swayed towards selecting Jones because of how the veteran handles the offseason operations. Now, I don't know too much about the Stenchen guy. Let me actually backtrack and get a career background on this gentleman here. So, let me see here. Stenchen. Okay, so his past resume, okay, offensive coordinator with the Philadelphia Eagles. So he's coming off of a Super Bowl winning season. No, actually, I lied. He was actually with us in 2023. Wow, that shows you how knowledgeable I am on my favorite team. Jeez, Arrington. Now, as a head coach, he is 17-17. 17-17, y'all. You guys hear me talk about the consistency. That's really what I was looking for. Stetchen said really the operations at the line of scrimmage, the checks, the protection, the ball placement, the completion percentage, all that played a factor. As I mentioned, Jones did have a higher completion percentage, much higher completion percentage, and a better passer rating, which is key because prevents a lot of interceptions from happening. It says here, I think Daniel did a great job doing that, and I think AR has made strides in that arena, in that area, but I do feel that he still needs to continue to develop in those areas. I had a chance to talk to both of them this morning. They're both great. AR was great. He knows that he still needs to develop and learn those areas, and he knows that he's one play away. At first I had a different mindset, thinking that, what were you thinking? Because Jones had showed he was kind of having some choking moments last season. But is this the confidence booster that Jones need? Hey, he's starting the season all fresh. He has a chip on his shoulder. Richardson is still a young guy, still improving. I don't know. I don't know. Again, they look at Daniel Jones as more of a veteran. Obviously, he played 6 years, had 70 games of experience under his belt. He did lead a team to a playoff and a postseason win. So, yeah. Jones signed a 1-year, $14 million deal. Whew. Included $13.15 million in fully guaranteed money. I mean, come on. Let me be a quarterback, y'all. Let me become a pro athlete so I can get some guaranteed money. I'll be a backup. I'll be a place kicker. I'll be the placeholder. Something. Give me something, y'all. Give me something. Now, Richardson, meanwhile, encountered another health-related hurdle during the preseason competition when he was knocked out of the Colts' recent preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens due to a dislocated pinky. An injury suffered when Ravens edge rusher David Ojabo drilled him from the uncontested sack. So right then and there, Richardson he's hurt. So just say that. Just say that. If he wasn't hurt, I guarantee you Richardson probably would have got the job. I don't know. That's just me. That's my 2 cents right there. Let me look at how am I doing with time here. Okay, let me quickly share this story, y'all, before we jet. So Kristi Noem, the Department of Homeland Security Secretary, recently shared a new a new task that was given by the sitting president in regards to what he can do or what they can do to prevent to have stricter border laws. Hold on, let me take that video out. Let's see, where are we at here? Here we go. So let me go ahead and share this for you before we jet here, and let me know, what do you guys think about this?
Remember that a nation without borders is no nation at all. And we're so thankful that we have a president that understands that and understands that a secure border is important to our country's future. Now, if you look at the structure that's behind me, it's tall, which makes it very, very difficult to climb, almost impossible. It also goes deep into the ground, which would make it very difficult, if not impossible, to dig under. And today, we are also going to be painting it black. That is specifically at the request of the president, who understands that in the hot temperatures down here, when something is painted black, it gets even warmer, and it will make it even harder for people to climb. So we are going to be painting the entire southern border wall black to make sure that we encourage individuals to not come into our country illegally, to not break our federal laws, but that they will abide and come to our country the right way so that they can stay and have the opportunity to become United States citizens and pursue the American dream. Remember that a nation with
Y'all, first of all, isn't the wall built of like steel? Isn't it built of steel? Like steel beams? That thing is already hot. You think because they paint the whole thing black is gonna, oh yeah, now they really making the message because it's gonna make it really hot. Gonna make it really hot and hard for them to climb because that black is, and it's showing Chrissy Nome, who's just she's a photo op. That's all she is. That's all she does is just stand for a photo op. Remember, this is the same lady that got her hair all fixed, makeup just pow, and then standing next to the guards like, yeah, let's get to work. Like everything's a photo op, y'all, with these folks, and it kills me. Look, I was literally seeing a video of RFK, which, hey, it was very on brand. Don't get me wrong. They got a good publicist, I guess, but RFK was out there doing push-ups and all the fitness tests and all that stuff. Because hey, look, RFK he's no slacker. The man is jacked for his age. He's like 70 something, got like guns on top of guns on top of guns. Like, I mean, I want to buy like that when I'm that age. And he's talking about health. So I can't be mad at him for that. And which a lot of folks always get at me for giving him some credit. Look, you have to understand, under RFK's administration, being in health and human services, taking away those bad toxins out of children's food, certain dye and food coloring. Look, that's a good thing. You should be grateful for that. Not don't say that oh God, I'm not going to give him his flowers and that. No, that's actually a good thing. So give credit where credit's due, and then when he does bad, hey, say it. But when he does good, you should say it too. Nobody should be expecting or hoping that bad things happen, right? Now I understand under this administration, especially under Trump, sky's the limit with this guy, because he continues to piss other people off, and he continues to do things, in my opinion, that will have bad reactions and bad outcomes. So you can expect it, but at the end of the day, I can't be mad at guys like RFK for doing what he's doing. So anyway, I wanted to show you that because Chrissy Nome is obviously, she's doing so good at her job, and she, they're doing so many important things like painting the wall black. They're painting the flipping wall black, y'all. This painting project marks a return to Trump's original border wall prototype design. During the first presidency, officials began painting sections black in Coliseo, California, before abandoning the practice to speed construction. Sources say the administration is reviving the black paint, and the border crossings have slowed significantly. So it says here that a total of $46.5 billion is allocated in Trump's funding bill to complete construction of the border wall. Y'all, it's something, man. It's something. Look, I got a lot of stuff to discuss later on the show, but I'm looking at my time, and it is gone past me like it always does. So as always, y'all take care. Stay safe out there. Stay informed. Be sure to tune into yet another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. Talk to you guys soon. Y'all take care. Be sure to vote. Be sure to keep your constituents accountable. Please keep them accountable and do your own research on that stuff, y'all. Don't be a fool. Don't be duped out there. You have the voice. You have the power.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.